Hello, hello, hello. This is Mickey Sunshine Creates. Welcome to my channel. If you're coming back, thank you for coming back. And if you're here for the first time, welcome. I am Michelle, and I'm just gonna give a little WIP Chat here while I work on my mystery diamond painting from Evermoment and my Secret Santa. In case you're wondering, I put duct tape over the sections that I'm going to be working on so that I can't see what the overall picture is until it's revealed, because it's too easy to see right through a light board. Oh, I wanted to let you know I picked up something that just came yesterday from AliExpress, and I love these. I love these. I'm so happy to get them. These are two sets of 13 different multi-placers, and they range in size from 3 all the way up to, I'm not going to believe this, all the way up to 15. And these are all the flat ones, so they're a lot easier to work with. Where'd the 15 go? There's the 15. Yeah, look at that. That's 15. 15. You think I can do 15? I don't think I can do 15. Heck, I don't think I can do 14. And that's a 12. So anyway, it ranges, like I said, it ranges all the way up, and there's 13 pieces in here. The store I bought it from is called Hotolly. Hotolly? Hotolly. Hotolly store. And they only cost me 70 cents each for 13 placers. And they're all, from 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And they cost me 70 cents. Shipping was 68 cents. So the whole thing cost me what? $2.48? $2.08. Yeah, $2.08. So they were cheap enough. I will put a link down below in the description box, so you can pick them up if you want to. It did take some time to get here. Let's see. I ordered them on November 11th. And I just got them today, but then the holidays have been, I got them yesterday. The holidays have been crazy. So shipping has been nuts. From November 11th to December 26th. Wow, that's a long time. Anyway, they say you should talk about things that you are passionate about. And I'm passionate about a number of things. One of them is reading. I'm a voracious reader. However, I rarely remember the books that I've read unless they're classics or really, really good. And most of the time, the books I read are throwaways. They're light fluff. They're, not overly serious, or if they are serious, they're kind of predictable. Most of them are self-published, and you get a lot of bad writers who self-publish. Get a lot of good writers too, though. Get a number of good ones. I wish I could write down the names of the authors that I like. I never remember. That's just my brain, the way it works. And my brain works that way in part because of fibromyalgia. Yes, folks, I have fibromyalgia along with God knows how many million other people. It's a very popular disease, and yet there's not a lot of whole lot of research being done on it. They're still thinking it's a syndrome, but they also said they might have found some pathological. They found a pathology for in the blood for it that they think might help diagnose patients with fibromyalgia instead of going by all these symptoms accumulated together, forming the one opinion. And they are thinking that fibromyalgia is no longer a joint disease of the joints. They think it's a disease of the brain. It's neuro. The way I was taught, fibromyalgia is a biochemical deficiency in the neurotransmitters of the brain that affect pain and sleep. That's what I was taught. They give you pain where there is none. I mean, there's no cause for it. You know, one day your knee will be hurting you and you don't know why. There's no cause for it. And the next day it'll be fine and your right heel will be causing you a lot of excruciating pain. Or your left arm. Or the worst is when it's your overall body and you feel like you've had the flu and you can't move. And your skin is so sensitive that the barest touch of fabric on it is excruciating. So all of these different things happening to you and you don't even know why. There's no reason. But my fibromyalgia was triggered by an accident I had back in 1986. It's a long time ago now, but its effect remains with me for a long time. My then husband and I were on vacation in Sanibel Captiva, which are 2 islands on the west coast of Florida near Fort Myers. It is a beautiful twin islands. I mean, you feel like you're in the Bahamas and not in Florida. It really is tropical and lovely and just about perfect. I've been there several times. This time, though, I remember sitting at dinner on Thursday night, discussing that we're going to get a boat the next day, rent a boat and go fishing, because I like fishing. I find it very relaxing. And that's all I have to say about that. Anyway, so we were supposed to rent a boat the next day. I woke up Saturday afternoon in the hospital. I went to sleep Thursday night. I woke up Saturday night in the hospital. And the only reason I know what happened is because I've been told what happened so often by my then husband. Yes, he's now my ex. But apparently, according to him, we were tootling down the road on our scooters, and we had just reached a section of the road where it joins up, the border into Captiva. We were on the Sanibel Captiva Road, on the Sanibel side. And a car forced me off the road. I hit an 18-inch deep pothole and ran into a concrete post and hit it with my right side because the guardrail had been bent back from a previous accident and never fixed. So there's that. My head hit the post I went flying over the back of the bike and landed on my back. I apparently lost consciousness, I don't recall, and I had to be airlifted over to Fort Myers Hospital. It seems that I would wake up every now and then, ask what happened, say I'm sorry, and then go back to sleep. But that's what triggered my fibromyalgia. As a result of that accident, I didn't have a lot of physical injuries, cuts and bruises and things like that. But I did have brain damage. I had 5 basilar skull fractures, a blowout orbital fracture of my right eye, and my right jaw was dislocated, and my right shoulder. And that was about it. I mean, I did have some internal injuries, but they resolved themselves quite easily. So it wasn't that bad, so to say. But it triggered the fibromyalgia to come out and rampage through my life. And it's been getting worse and worse ever since. So if I disappear for a while, you know why. But I had brain damage. And as I love to say to people, I'm brain damaged. What's your excuse? My sense of humor is bizarre. But as a result of that accident, I also had, on top of the brain damage, I had what they call bizarre amnesia. There are whole sections of my memory that are just gone. They're not in my head anymore. They're gone. You can tell me about them all you want. I will not remember them. And they're just chunks here and there. Nothing precise. It's not amnesia. It's bizarre amnesia. Because what you forget is bizarre. I don't know. I didn't name it. But it took about 10 years to recover from that. And I did get my brain back. Well, most of it. I'm sorry. But when I think about me and my brain, I don't know. I just don't know. Do I have any more of this color? Do I need any more of this color? This goes here, this goes here. This doesn't seem to go in here. This is a bad one. I can tell because it's causing a gap. Get out. Thank you. Into the trash you go. Come on. Now let's fix these. Put another one of these in there. And that was my story for today. Now, we got to end it on a lighter note. Where are the cats? The cats. I don't know where the cats are. They're sleeping somewhere. That's all they do is sleep and eat and poop and eat and sleep and sleep and sleep and sleep. But that's what cats do. Okay, we're done with this color. Well, I think I'm going to end this here because I don't know what else to talk about. I mean, I'm sure I have 1,001 things to talk about, but I can't think right now. So instead, I'm going to say thank you for coming to visit and watching me, with me. If this is your first time here, please consider subscribing and hit that bell so you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. Well, you should be. YouTube says you will. Doesn't always. But you have a better chance if you ring that bell and put that bell on. If you have any criticism, comments, or suggestions, I'm open to them on how, what you want to see on my channel. Please leave a comment below and hit that like button on your way out, or hit the dislike button on your way out. Thanks for the watch time. And from me to you, take care and arrivederci. Hello, hello. This is Mickey Sunshine Creates. Welcome back to my channel. I had prepared a whole WIP Chat yesterday, and unfortunately the sound didn't come through. I'm not sure why. I'm talking quietly right now because my roommate is asleep and I don't want to wake him. Let him have a couple of more hours. I'm still working on my mystery canvas from Evermoment and my Secret Santa. Thank you again, Secret Santa. This one is it's from Evermoment, and I like it. I've got some trash drills, not a bit of a few. There's some strays in there also, so. And I put some extra 3-placers in there, just in case. But I wanted to tell you guys a little bit about why my memory is so full of holes. I have fibromyalgia like many, 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 many millions of other people. But there's no research being done on it, at least not sufficient. So it's kind of hard to feel optimistic about any sort of cure or comfort, because right now we just treat the symptoms. And that includes pain medications, which I really don't like taking. So I don't take them until the pain is so great that I can't I can't go on anymore. When I start crying in pain, that's time to take a pill. But I wait as long as I possibly can. Now, fibromyalgia needs to be triggered by something, either a physical or an emotional trauma. This is why I believe it's neurological in its basic. I was always told that fibromyalgia was a biochemical deficiency of the neurotransmitters of the brain that affect pain and sleep. They're just not able to find any direct root cause. There is none that they can see naturally. And my fibromyalgia was triggered from an accident way back in 1986. Yes, when I was a young woman and married to my second husband, we'd gone on vacation to Sanibel Captiva. If you've never been there, I highly recommend it. They are two beautiful twin islands that near Fort Myers and Marco Island, but think it's between them. And you could swear you were in the Bahamas. It's just so beautiful and tropical and lush, and there's so much to do there. You can rent scooters and scoot around looking at all the sights and the lighthouse and everything else. You can rent a boat and go fishing. There's also a private island with a restaurant on it, which is very nice. And there's the bubble room. Gotta try the bubble room if you ever go. The food is fantastic. And it's a lot of fun, too. It's a very fun restaurant to go to. And until you go there, you won't know what I'm talking about. But anyway, we were at dinner on Thursday night and discussing what we were going to do the next day. And I know beyond a shadow of a doubt that when we went to sleep, we had agreed to rent a boat to go fishing, because we hadn't done that yet. We rented a boat, but we'd only gone as far as the island restaurant and just tooled around. We didn't really do any serious fishing, which is what I wanted to do. I like fishing. And so we were going to rent a boat. And so I go to sleep Thursday. And I wake up Saturday in the hospital. The complete day of Friday, from the time I woke up until the time I woke in the hospital on Saturday, I have no recollection of. It's a complete and total blank. But my then husband, told me constantly what happened. He kept reassuring me. And it took me a while to actually remember everything. But apparently a car forced me off the road. I'd hit an 18-inch deep pothole, lost control, and ran into a concrete post. My right side hit the post because the tire went between the post and a guardrail that was bent back but had never been fixed. It had been bent from a previous accident and never fixed. And my front tire just headed right in between the post and the guardrail. Otherwise, I might have bounced off. But I didn't. I hit the post. I flew off the back of the bike, landed on my back, and I was apparently unconscious. Like I said, this is all stories to me because I don't remember any of it. I was airlifted to Fort Myers Hospital, and I was very lucky that I had no serious external injuries or even internal injuries. I did have 5 basilar skull fractures, a blowout orbital fracture of the right eye. My right jaw was dislocated. My right shoulder was dislocated. But that was about it. The rest was not even scrapes. No, hardly any at all. And apparently we weren't going that fast, thank God. But, yeah, that was my accident. And I have no recollection of it to this day. Just what I was told. I was also told that the car that forced me off the road, had stopped, threw my then husband a blanket, said, "I can't do anything else, I'll go for help," got back in her car and left. Never saw her again. So much for taking responsibility. In my opinion, it was a hit and run, because she never came back. At the very least, she was an eyewitness. But if that's what she wants to do, that's what she wants to do. There's nothing I could have done about it, even had I been awake. But as a result of the accident, I was brain damaged. I had what they called bizarre amnesia. And they call it that because it's just bizarre that there are chunks of your memory that have disappeared. And they don't know why. It's very bizarre. But that happened. And now I get to live with the aftermath of it all. And even though it's been over 30 years, 34 years? That accident still has repercussions for me. It left me with a very bad back. But again, nothing conclusive that can be fixed. Just soft tissue injury that is not healing, regardless of the exercises I do. Plus, I quit smoking during that, after that accident, and that didn't help with the weight. So I put on all that extra weight that I didn't need to, and now I've got it, and I can't do anything about it. Well, no, I'm doing what I can. What else was I going to talk about? Oh, my cats. Here's a little picture of Gizmo, just a few seconds of him. He's not very cooperative. Gizmo. Hey, Gizmo. Yeah. Hi. You gonna say hi? Gizmo. Say hi to everyone. Hi. That's my kitty cat, Gizmo. He's adorable, but a pest. And a pain in the butt because he poops on the floor. Thank God we have tile. It's much easier to clean off than a carpet would be. And what else? And now if you hear him in the background crying, it's because he wants my roommate to wake up and feed him. But he doesn't get fed till 10 o'clock, and it's only 9:30. No, it's 10:30. Oops, I'm late. It's time to feed the kitties. I'm going to pause while I feed the kitties. And I'm back. So the cats are all fed and happy now. They've stopped crying and making a racket, waking my roommate up. We didn't get to sleep until very late last night. Which happens often. I must say the drills are pretty good on here. But like I said, there are some trash drills that I'm finding, but not as many as in other kits. Maybe I'm just being very picky. Going only for the perfect ones. Well, really, I don't have a lot to talk about because not a lot happens to me. I can give you some ancient history. You noted I did say my second husband. I've been married 3 times. And Only the last one was very, very pleasant. The first two were not so. I may tell you about them another time. I don't know if I want to do so on video, captured for all eternity. Besides, they say you shouldn't talk bad of someone, and if you have nothing good to say, say nothing. So maybe I will say nothing. Let's just suffice that I was married to my first husband for 4 months before I left. I was married to my second husband for 7 years before I left. Both of them were of the same personality type, controlling. And my last husband left me. We were married for 12 years. I have no children, never wanted any, and I don't regret not having any. I have 3 wonderful nieces, and they're my girls. So, my nieces are my girls, and I'm so proud of all 3 of them. They've come so far. They all waited to get married. They didn't rush into it when they were younger, even though they could have. Especially Paige and Jeffrey, the middle 2. They were childhood sweethearts. And they got very antsy and wanted to get married right away. When my niece was in college and they got back together. But they waited, had their weddings the proper way.
Hi.
Okay, my roommate just came in and wanted to discuss something, so we took a short break. Not noticeable for you. And I forgot what we were talking about. See, my mind is like a sieve. Words and events and things go in, but they kind of slide right back out again. What were we talking about? Oh, husbands. Yeah, anyway, when the third one left, I kind of said, that's it. That's when I stopped celebrating Christmas. I stopped really going out anywhere except to the doctor and other various appointments I have to have. But yeah, the only thing I do light the candles on Hanukkah. I promised my grandmother, and that's the one thing I'll do, because it's easy. It doesn't hurt me, and if it makes her happy up there, then I'll make her happy. Or down here, wherever she is, listening to me, if she is. That's questionable too, in my mind. Not that I believe in ghosts. I do and I don't. I've had some very strange experiences in the past. And you will never, ever, 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 and I mean ever, catch me playing with the Ouija board again. Not that anything harmful happened, but scared the bejesus out of me. I was told I had a guardian angel, Michaela. But apparently he was a young boy and very mischievous, because he used to take things of mine. I swear, things disappeared. They'd disappear for 2 or 3 days, and then they'd show up in a different position or in the same location. That's what creeped me out. They'd show up in the same location I left them. It's like, maybe you overlooked them. No, I did not overlook them. I'm telling you, they weren't here. They weren't here 2 days ago. Where'd they come from? So, I won't play with Ouija board again. You open a portal, God knows what'll come through. Not that I believe in that stuff much. But one should be open to possibilities. One should be open to spirit, to talk to you and give you comfort. Well, I can't say I am. I got another color. We're done with this one. But now I have 2 cats. One you saw, which was Gizmo. He's such a cutie. He really is such a cutie. But he's a pain in the butt because he does poop on the floor. And he meows a lot. And the other is a beautiful little calico named Jaxie. She is so pretty, and she's such a good girl. And that's her, you can hear. She wants scratches. Pet me. So yes, I'm owned by 2 cats, and I love them dearly, but they are camera shy. I cannot get them. As soon as I put the camera on, they either disappear or they just lay there like lumps on a log. This is after going crazy or doing something nuts that I want to catch a picture of. I grab the camera, I turn it on, I turn towards them, they stop. I don't know how people get those shots of their cats doing things, because I sure can't. No, we don't have this one in here. Do we have this one? Yes, this we have plenty of. It's a little warm in here. And the AC is on. But it's got to be around 80 degrees outside. And it's hot in here. And I go from hot to freezing. It's very funny. Towards the afternoon, around 5, 6, 7 o'clock, right around when Wheel of Fortune is on, I start getting the chills. And the temperature hasn't changed. Go figure. The temperature remains pretty much constant in the house. It's 74 degrees. And I get the chills, and I can't figure out why. I've been digging out my old blanket for the couch so that when I go out on my chair, my recliner, watching TV, I can keep myself covered. Then I get hot. That's right. First you get the chills, and then of course you get hot, so you have to kick off the covers. It's never ending, is it? It's just back and forth like that. First you're hot, then you're cold, then you're hot, then you're cold, then you're cold, then you're hot. And you just can't figure it out. And I'd say, I blame it on menopause, but I thought I was over it a long time ago. I don't think I still am suffering from the symptoms. I don't get hot flashes very often. I do get them still, but not very often at all. Though it seems like maybe it is still symptoms of menopause, even though it's been like 14 years. Gosh, 14 years since I first discovered I was in menopause. Oh well. That's life for you. Anyway, what do you all have planned for New Year's Eve this year? Are you going out or are you staying in? Feel free to leave a comment below and let me know. I'd love to hear from you, to know what it is that you're planning on doing for this year. I personally am doing what I do every year, and I've done every year for the past, well, since I was in my mid-20s. And that is stay at home and watch the ball drop on TV and just relax and chill and not have to worry about drunk drivers or being drunk myself. Because I really don't drink that much, but when I get to drinking, ooh wee, baby, ooh wee. I can drink for a little person. I just don't like it. I don't like alcohol. I don't like the taste of it, which is why I prefer, except for tequila. I love tequila. Give me a good tequila shot, a little salt and some lemon. I'm on my way. But I'm too old to do that stuff now. Way too old to do that crap. Would be undignified. Not that I'm a dignified lady. Well, I don't know if I've talked enough about nothing, or how much time we've encountered here. This is coming along nicely. I do like this. This is, as you can see, I prefer bigger areas to work on. It's still small area, still manageable to me. I can complete one of these in about 3 hours, because I don't rush. I'm enjoying this hobby, and I don't want it to be over, though I do want to start the next one. The next one, I think, if something else doesn't come along, is going to be that Hankins painting that I received, the little chimney Santa. So I'll have that for next year, unless I save it for next year. I may save it for next year. It's probably a good idea. But I'm dying to work on a Hankins. I love their paintings. I haven't had one problem with them so far. Hankins Painting Store. I'll put a link down below. So I craft and I create, hence Mickey Sunshine Creates. I create things when I craft. And in case you want to know, I knit, crochet, cross stitch, latch hook, color, diamond paint, and a bunch of other stuff if I can find the money for them. Because for me, money is tight. I want a fixed income. And that fixed income is not very big. I'm very grateful to my roommate for being my roommate, because nobody else would put up with me the way he does. I'm sorry, that's funny to me. No, he is one of the kindest, nicest, sweetest persons I know. And I think part of the reason it works is that we get along great, we're polite to each other, we don't expect anything from each other, there's no expectations. It's rather nice, it's pleasant, and we've been roommates now for almost 17 years. Actually 17 going on 18 years. And that's a long time to be living with someone who's not your husband. And he's not my boyfriend, he's not my significant other, he's just my roommate. But in many ways, he's my caregiver, because since my illnesses have gotten worse, he's done most of the cooking. No, I'm sorry, I do the cooking. He does the shopping. He does most of the shopping and goes out and picks up my medication for me, takes me to the doctors. I call it our me time. But it's cool, you know, it's nice having a roommate that you can trust and that you know isn't going to screw you over. And after 17 years, I don't think so. And this is why I will never get married again. I'm too comfortable, too set in my ways. I like my life. Even though I don't go out much and I don't have many friends. I have friends online. But I don't have many corporeal real friends. I have one best friend, but we've been taking a break, so to speak. She's been busy with other things and I haven't bothered her. So we're kind of like just taking a break. But I know we're best friends, so practically sisters, so it doesn't matter if next time I see her, it's going to be like we didn't ever disappeared from each other. Of course, we don't have that much in common, but we do love each other. And I love her mother. Her mom is, God bless her, mom is 97 years old. Or is it 96? I think she just turned 96. And this woman is remarkably spry. Unfortunately, she recently had a couple of heart attacks and broke her hip. She broke her hip first, then she had a couple of heart attacks. So she's not in such great shape right now. She's been in much better shape, let's say. But that's the way it is. And I think that's all there is, folks. I will come back with some more about my life, my loves, my likes, my hates. And we'll get on with some more stories. Maybe this next time there'll be funny stories. Though I think it was funny what happened, so don't ask me. I have a bizarre sense of humor. Comes from the bizarre amnesia. I'm sorry. I laugh at the stupidest things. Anyway, if this is your first time here, welcome. I'm glad you stopped by. Please consider subscribing and press that bell so that you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. And it's very random, so hit the bell. If you liked this video, please hit the like button and let me know how I'm doing. If you have any concerns or comments or constructive criticisms, or you want to let me know what you'd like to see from me in the future, please leave a comment below and let me know. Until then, thank you so much for coming. Arrivederci.